To all. Very good evening. I hope I'm audible right now. Very good evening. I hope I'm audible right now. If I'm audible means please mention in the chat box right now. Very good evening. Sukanya, very good evening. Jashid Kaur, very good evening. Sharma, very good evening. Pavan Joshi, very good evening. And Sai, very good evening. Verna, very good evening. Madhu and Nandini, Praveen Kumar, Pratik, Learn with Aditya, Amir, and Dr. Ansari, and yes, Ashwin, Kirtana, Rokita, very good evening, and Durga Rani, very good evening, and I hope I'm audible right now. Hemavati, very good evening. Sri Bala, very good evening. Sonia, very good evening, and Aarti, very good evening. Jasmine, a very good evening, and yeah, Deepika, very good evening, and Rati, very good evening, and happy weekend to you all, and Gayatri, very good evening, and Venugopal, very good evening, Shuresh, very good evening, and Parik, Namaskar, and Siddhartha, very good evening, and Ramashankar Singh, very good evening, and Uma Makeshwari, very good evening. Aman, very good evening. Anish, very good evening. And Archida and Pavan, very good evening. Very good evening to one and all. Hello everyone. This is Philip from pantechelearning. And I welcome you all for engage your learning experience with pantechelearning anytime, anywhere and any places. We are always supporting to the students in a technical way. What is our main vision? We are going to help 10 million students to learn the technical knowledge by the easy way. And I welcome you all to today's session of Excel Data Analysis Masterclass. In this particular session, we are going to completely cover the first 10 days. We are going to cover the Excel Data Analysis. In this particular series, I'm going to entering the next module of Excel Data Analysis with the help of the pivot table. So I'm going to cover today sorting, filtering and grouping. So this topic I'm going to cover it today. So already I told you, already I told you this, the first day of this particular masterclass, we split it the 4 different modules. First, the first module is the first module in the sense Excel data analysis. In this particular data analysis for first 10 days, I'm going to cover the different module for Excel data analysis with the help of the pivot table. So today I'm going to enter the module 3 of Excel data analysis. The title of that particular module 3 is sorting, filtering and grouping. Thank you so much for that good reply. Are you guys are excited to get into this particular session? Are you guys are excited? If you guys are excited means please mention in the chat box as well. Please mention in the chat box as well. I'm so excited to continue this particular session and very good evening and very pleasant evening to you all. And one more request, if you guys are really like this particular session in the sense, don't forget to hit the like button and give your heart in comment box also. That is the most important things to encouraging myself to continue this particular session. Why? Because of I'm here for you to teach you about this particular this particular program, and if you guys are interact with me in the sense, definitely the complete session will be very interesting way. Try to understand, I don't want to make my session as a boring way. I want to make my session as an interesting way and also the very interactive way. So you have to interact with me. If I'm asking any question to you in the sense, you have to answer me in a chat box right now. So without delay, I'm going to enter. Today, I'm going to discussing with you sorting, filter and grouping with the help of the pivot table options. So already I told you we are discussing about some basic the terms for pivot table. So today also I'm going to discussing sorting, filtering and also the grouping. So I'm going to discussing with you. So without delay, I'm going to enter. If you guys are so excited means please mention in the chat box excited Philip. That is the most important things to interact with me. So first of all, sorting and filtering. So already we knows about it. That means, sorting in the sense ascending order and also the descending order. So that it can be possible based on the alphabet and also the numbers as well, that we can make it with the help of the sorting as ascending and also the descending order. So we have the several options. For an example, when I'm going to like that hit the button, that is, or right click of the one particular value on this particular column, so that you can see this one. So this is actually like another one particular option, and in this particular option I'm going to click the right click, and we have the several options for the filter. For an example, short A to Z and short Z to A, and the more shorting options is here. So for this particular options, you can make it the ascending order, you can make it the descending order. This is also kind of the shorting here. That you can see this one, the filtering option. We have the filtering option, two different filtering option is there. One is the label, another one is the value. So label in the sense based on the text, it is going to be making this particular label filtering, and value in the sense based on the numerical filtering. So for these particular things, I'm going to hit this one. Okay, so hit the button or right click that one of the value, and you can like the making and see this particular pages, and it is very easy to make that making the ascending order and also the descending order. So that is called shorting. Okay, right. So we have the more options. So for an example, when I'm going to click this particular more options, we have one particular like the toolbox. This particular toolbox, you can see this one. For an example, this particular ascending and also the descending order based on the value, which kind of the column we are going to choose. That is the most important things. For an example, if I'm going to choose the country basis, if I'm going to choose the the revenue basis, if I'm going to choose the the budget basis, in the sense based on this particular basis, it is going to be making the ascending and also the descending order. So that is called as the shorting and also the filtering here. So filtering means we have the several two different option. One is the label, another one is the value. So for this particular label, we have the different options. For example, equals, does not equals, begin with, and does not begin with, end with, and does not end with, and contains, and these all are the things greater than, less than. These are all the options we have. So that I'm going to discussing with you one by one. Okay, right. So without delay, I will go to show the demo for this particular option. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited to see this particular demo? If you guys are excited, means please give your heart in comment box right now. That is the most important things to continue this particular session as an interesting way. So without delay, I'm going to open the pivot table which we worked before. So this is already we knows about it, how to create this particular pivot table. That means the rows is genre and the values is actually the gross revenue and some of the budget, and filtering is actually that language, months, and also the country here. So here I'm going to show the demo for the shorting and also the filtering here. How to do that? That is the most interesting thing. Already I told you that. For an example, if I click this particular the button, okay, if I click this button, or otherwise if I'm going to click this particular button, in the sense it shows the several option. I hope you guys are following me right now. If you guys are following me, in the sense, please give your heart in comment box right now. That is most important. And if you guys are so excited, means please mention in the chat box as well. So right, so here you can see this one. For example, if I see genre, in the sense I'm going to make it this particular genre. Okay, for an example, before that I'm going to making several things here. Just a minute. I'm going to making little changes to show the little clearer way. So for that, I'm going to adding another sum of the gross value, and for this particular gross value, I'm going to select all this and making this that particular design is okay. Just a minute. Home page, and you can see this particular conditional formatting that will be help to show this particular the data was. So I'm going to selecting this particular data was, and also I don't want to show this particular value. So for that I'm going to selecting this manage rules and also the edit rules here, And after that, yeah, show only the bar here, so that will be more helpful to like that visualizing this like this one. So once I'm going to like that selecting this particular option, for an example, if I select the A to Z, in the sense automatically this particular A to Z is coming like this. If I'm going to like that making this one Z to A, the value will be like that completely reverse, and based on this particular like that chart, you can like that understand easily for this particular value making the descending order. So for an example, if I'm going to like that adding this one, okay, so for this like that we having the one particular more short option. So first one, A to Z, that is the ascending order, Z to A, that is actually a descending order. So based on the genre, I'm going to like that these particular like that A to Z, it is going to be making this particular changes. And if I am going to like making this one Z to A, this will be like the changes like this. So for this particular changes, I'm going to like having the one particular option. For that particular option, you can see this more short option we have. So once I'm going to this particular selecting this particular more option, in the sense that particular option we have like the gross revenue basis and gross sum of the budget. So based on this particular like the genre or gross revenue or like that revenue basis, in the sense the value will be going to be changed. For an example, I'm going to selecting the gross revenue. Now you can see it here. Based on the gross revenue, it is going to be like the changes like this. So based on the gross revenue, you can like see this one. So once I'm going to like making this more short option in the descending order, I'm going to like selecting the budget. That okay, then it is going to be like that same things happening here. Otherwise, I can move to this particular more short options. That particular options, making the ascending order. So I'm going to selecting this particular gross revenue. And you can see this particular like ascending order like this. Otherwise, I'm going to like selecting this particular like that more option, making the descending order for the gross revenue. You can see the changes like this. So this is the way you can make it. This particular like the sorting option will be much more prettier to see this particular changes as well. And if you are going to like adding the other options based on the country and also the genre. And you can see this one, and you can see this one. This is also like making the sorting option. So now you can see this particular like the sorting option. For an example, yeah, I'm going to like making the A to Z or making the descending order Z to A like that. Now you can see this particular changes. So for this particular changes, just a minute, I'm going to like make it this, and now you can see this particular changes for this. So we have the several options, okay? We have the several options and we have like the multiple options here. For this particular option, I want to like making these, sorting with the help of the different option in this. And for an example, the descending order, okay? Descending order Z to A, in the sense, I'm going to selecting this particular like the country basis, in the sense, now you can see this country basis. For example, USA, the sum of the gross revenue like that. And what about like that several things, you can see this one. This is the way like that making this particular changes, and you can filter and you can sorting like this with the help of like that adding the multiple filter and multiple rows, you can make it that. So for this, actually, I'm going to like that selecting this particular more sorting option, and I'm going to like that selecting the different option. For an example, gross revenue. Now you can see this, the gross revenue based on this ASA, and also the Germany and France, Canada, and also the Australia and New Zealand, and also the China like that. So I'm going to like the sorting based on the revenue. Based on the revenue, the sorting will becomes like this. That means a largest amount or highest amount, then it is going to be like that making this particular like that changes. So sorting means what? Ascending order and also the descending order. Based on the value maybe, based on the like the text maybe, based on the like that for these particular things, based on the country, you can make it that. and based on the like the genre it can make it that, and based on the gross revenue it can be make it that. So you can see this particular density. This is actually a highest value. For this particular highest value, this particular chart will be fully covered. And you can see this one based on the value only, this density of the charts is going to be like another displays like this. Hope you guys are understood about this. Now I don't need this particular country anymore, and you can see this particular changes. For example, here I'm going to like selecting this particular like the more shorting option. So these particular more shorting option, I'm going to making the descending order based on the what? Sum of gross revenue. So once I'm going to selecting this particular sum of gross revenue, the sum of the gross revenue means based on this particular value, the sum of the budget will also change. Sum of the budget will also change. For that only, that particular visualization will help to visualizing it. This is called like that ascending order of that. If I want to make it the descending order for this one, for this you can see this one. So for it I'm going to like move this particular ascending order based on the gross revenue. Now you can see this particular changes, the highest value and also the lowest value and lowest value like that. This is actually a descending order. Hope you guys are understood about this. If it is clear means please mention in the chat box as Philip. Please mention in the chat box as Philip. And this is not much a big deal, and it is very easiest way to make it that. How to make it the ascending order? Just click this particular option, and A to Z is actually based on the text. It is going to be making the ascending order, and C to A it is going to be making the descending order. If you want to make it the more option based on the like the value in the sense, that time you can use the sum of the gross revenue and sum of the budget or sum of the gross revenue. So based on these particular things only, it can be possible to make it that in a perfect way. And you can see this for the better understanding when you are going to see this visualization. I hope you guys are understood about this one. And Tejishwani, if you're not understanding in the sense, just like understanding in a like very clarity way, and just watch this minutely, then only you can understand easily about this. Okay, right? So so this is all about the shorting. Then what about the filter? That is the most important things right now. So these particular filters, we having the two different option. Okay, we having the two different option. One is a label filter, another one is a value filter. Just listen it carefully. I will show the demo for this one. For an example, here I'm going to like that selecting this genre replace movie. Okay, so I'm going to like selecting the movie name here. So I'm going to like move this particular drag and drop here, and I don't need this particular genre here. So for this particular like the movie basis, you can see this particular option, but I don't need this particular like sum of the gross revenue visualization. So for this now, based on the movie gross revenue and also the sum of revenue and also the budget. Now you can see this one, but here you can see this one when you are going to making the shorting. Okay, when I'm going to making the shorting, just to try to understand, I'm going to making shorting right now, so A to Z. But now you can see this one, this all are the like that starting with numbers and starting with this particular 1 or 2 and 10 and also the 112 and 1 to 7 hours like that. But after that, you can see this particular options. It starts from A to B and C like that. You can see this one. B, C, D, E, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Okay. W and Z, last Z. You can see this one. Yeah. So now, as okay, Rahul, and from where we got the data from the practice. So you have to collect the data from the Gaggle if it is, if it is available in the sense you can collect it from the Gaggle. So I can share the data already to the internship user who are watching this particular session in the sense as an internship user, just to use that particular data set for the like the better understanding to following me right now. So now you can see this once I'm going to like making the shorting. but I am going to move the label filter. Okay, I'm going to moving this particular label filter. What is that exactly in the sense? For this particular the label filter, you have seen this particular several option, that is the manual filtering. Okay, manual filtering. For an example, you can see this select all option. It is going to be like selecting all the movie title, and you can like that select and select all. It is going to be like that there is no there is no movies. For this is actually like another, I'm going to like that select this and select this and select this. In the sense, only these movies only going to be displayed. This is also kind of the filtering. Already you know about it. This is the very basic formation. Am I right now? And you can see this one and you can select it all. I don't need the first three in the sense this is a way to like that click like this and you can see this particular things. Okay, you can see this particular things and there is no like that movie's name here because of I select unselected and I selected all, and for that particular movie this yes, now you can see these three things. Okay, these three things unselected. Now I'm going to like another selecting this one and you can selecting this one and it is going to be displayed the first rec 2 and 10 days in Madhouse and 10 days things I hate about you. So these three things I like another unselected, and now you can select this one. For an example, I need, okay, what is the meaning of the filtering exactly? For an example, song or night like that, in the sense related to that particular text only, it is going to be filtered. You can see this one. So when that particular night words is coming in the sense based on this particular like that movies, it's going to be filtered. Okay, hope you guys are understood about this. If I'm going to filter, for an example, clear the filter right now, and I'm going to like that selecting again, for example, star. Okay, for example, star here. So once I'm going to like that selecting the star based on the star words presenting here in the sense, based on the star words presenting here in the sense that you can see it here related to the stars movie, it is going to be like that filter. Can I understand what I'm saying, guys? Can I understand what I'm saying? So this is the way you can filter manually. You can filter manually. Now you can see this one. I'm going to clear this particular title again and I will show the demo. And Tony, you are asking this, how do you get the window for shorting, etc. Okay, so now I'm going to like show the demo for shorting one more time. So you can see this particular like the title right now. So these particular title, you can see this particular one particular window boxes and one particular option boxes, that is called auto short. Once I'm going to click this one, you can see this particular options. For an example, A to Z, Z to A, a more shorting option we have. After that, we are going to get into this label filter and also the value filter, and this is a manual filter based on the title. Okay, I will show the demo label filter and also the value filter. Before that, I'm going to discussing about this particular internship program. Hope you guys are that understanding till now. So after that, once I'm going to finishing this particular the promotion, I'm going to discussing with you that label filter and also the value filter like that. Yeah. If you guys are really interested to do this particular internship on data science and also the data analyzing in the sense, this is the right opportunity to do the internship on this particular masterclass. You can convert as a masterclass into that internship. You can join as an internship user right now, and this is a right opportunity. You want to becoming the data analyst. You want to becoming the good data analyst and you want to get the job related to the data analyst in the sense, you should join the internship program. This is the right opportunity. If you are interested to joining this particular internship program, that is the most important thing. We specifically mentioned if you are interested in joining this particular internship program in the sense, this is a right opportunity. We are going to giving the good offer only for the masterclass participants. If you are interested, you can join us right now and learn more about the data analyst we can cover the 4 different modules. One is Excel, another one is Tableau, another one is PowerBi and Python. So these 4 things is the most important things for data analysis. So for that only I'm going to preparing the agenda for with the help of the 4 different modules. One is Excel, Tableau, PowerBi and also the Python. If you are interested, you want to know about the data analyzing concept, you want to explore the data analyzing techniques in the sense, this is the right opportunity. You want to explore the Excel data analysis. You want to do the Excel, the Tableau, you want to know about the Power BI, you want to know about the Python with the data analysis in the sense, this is the right opportunity to do the internship on this particular data analysis with the help of the 4 different modules. Yeah, Surya is there in replacement assistant cell in pantech. Yeah, we have, you can contact 8925533485 or 486. Okay, right. So yes, Vignesh, we are going to discussing about in a future day classes. Okay, so definitely I will discussing with you the Tableau and also the Power BI. If you are interested to joining this particular internship program, if you want to know about the Tableau, Power BI, Excel in the sense, I'm going to cover all this in this particular internship program. So what is the benefit? That is, first benefit is for the data analyst, we should know about the Tableau, we should know about the Power BI, we should know about the Excel. But we are going to cover the 3 different modules in a one single combo. If you are interested, you can join us right now to know about this particular Tableau and also the Power BI. So what is the benefit? Maybe you are asking the question, what is the quality of the content? I believe myself to delivering my content to giving to you. If I'm not have a confidence, if I don't have a confidence in this, definitely I can't speak to you right now. So if you're interested, I believe myself, I given a good content because of I have taken this particular the internship program as well for you. So my content wise, for the quality wise, I assure you that. So don't hesitate to joining this particular internship program if you are interested. 30 days of live session, 90 days of recorded videos is accessible for the internship user. And we are going to discussing about the each and every module, 1 or 2 projects, and also in Python we are going to discussing about the 3 different projects. And every Saturday we are going to conducting the hackathon class that is called mastermind session. In this particular mastermind session, I am going to interact with you by the Zoom platform. You can talk to me in this particular platform. That will be more interesting and also the more important as well. So why? Because if you have any queries, you can contact me at any time. If you have any queries, you can contact me at any time for that particular. We are going to conduct the every Saturday hackathon classes. That is only for the internship user. And you can get the information the confirmation certificate which is get it from pantechelearning and also the internship certificate which is get it from pantechelearning. If you are interested, you can join us right now. These all are the benefits you will be have. And what are all the projects? Pivot table case studies I am going to discussing with you based on the Excel and full projects in Tableau, population visualization in Power BI, and credit score classification, stress prediction, COVID-19 prediction based on the X-ray image based on deep learning. So these all are the projects I am going to discuss with you based on the Python, and this is actually Tableau, Power BI, Excel. So we are going to creating the portfolio and also the dashboard. These all are the things is actually a little more interesting to listening about this. This is a more added value for your profile. If you are interested, you can join us right now. So normally we are going to charge for every internship program nearly 2,000 rupees. But for these particular masterclass participant, we are giving nearly 1,000 rupees only. 50% offer we are going to give you. This is very benefit for you. This is very benefit for you. Use the coupon code TAMC1. TAMC1. So you can get the offer nearly 50% and the charges will be 999. The discounted fee will be 999. The link is mentioned in the description. The link is pinned in the command box as well. Right. So now I'm going to move this one, and one more person is asking the question to me to how to download the so that I'm going to discussing with you. So just a minute, I'm going to show the demo for this one of how to collecting the data set right now. So yeah. Now go to the Gaggle and just search here IMDb movie database. Okay, database. Okay, you can search it here for this, like that IMDb top 25 movies, and you can select it 250 movies here. You can also download this one, and you can practice with me with the help of these particular like that Excel sheet also. So that is actually like that more interesting to work with that. If you are interested, you can also download this particular sheet, and based on this particular data, I have a several data nearly like that to 3726, but in this particular data set, it is nearly like 250. No problem. You have to follow me, and the option is same. And with the help of this particular like the data set also, that is more preferable to use this one, and you can use this also for the practice. Okay, right? So yes, and we have like that several data here. Just like that, you can see this one, and genre classification data set, and the several option is here. Okay, right. So I have shared this my data set for the only for the internship users. So we have like the several options here, and we have like that 5,000 movies data set is also available here. You can download it anyone. Okay, and practice with me, no problem. Okay, right now. So without delay, I'm going to like move to this particular label filtering and also the value filter. So what is the meaning of the label filter? Based on the text. What is the meaning of the value filter? Based on the value. That's it. So I'm going to like show the demo without delay. So just open this one, and also I'm going to like select this label filter. Okay, clear all this. So label filter. Now you can see this particular option equals, does not equal, begin with, does not begin with, end with, does not end with, contains, and also the does not contains, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So now I'm going to like start begin with A. So if I select A here, in the sense start A letter is going to be like that filter. You can see this one. If I like that select this particular label and clear filter, yeah, so clear filter again, and I'm going to like selecting this particular option and move to the filter and begin with option. So begin with option, start with D, in the sense it's going to be like that select the first letter of D of the movie title. You can see this, no? Movie title, you can see this one. And in the same way, for example, other options. So I'm going to like that clear these filter, and I'm going to like selecting it again. Yeah. So I'm going to like that selecting it again, and the label filter, and you can see this ends with, for example, ends with in the sense dark night. So I'm going to like selecting the letters like that, night, in the sense automatically ends with a night. It is going to be like that filter. Hope you guys are understood about this. Are you guys are watching this particular session? If it is clear, means please mention in the chat box Cool Philip, because of I need a more interaction and I don't want to make my session as a boring way. So please like that reply me in chat box. That is the most important things. If you're not interact with me, in the sense definitely it will be a boring, and I don't want to like that make it my session is way. Yeah, please Akila, yeah, because of I don't have a more time to like complete all that topic. So for that only I'm going to like making a speed way. It's okay. I'm going to like tell you one more time. And Ishwar Ramanujam and also the Akila. I will tell you one more time. Just click this particular title, and also the label filter option is there, and just clear first of all, just go to the label filter and begin with. So what is the meaning of the begin with in this sense? Start with which letter? For example, A. I'm going to selecting A in the sense automatically the A letter. Start with the A letter is going to be filter. Then what about like that other letter? A clear filter, and I'm going to like selecting the label and begin with D. So start with the D in the sense, what are the movies start with D, that is going to be filter. Am I right? No. So again, I'm going to like that move these label filter, and for example, ends with. So I'm going to like select the ends with. So these particular ends with, for example, I'm going to like select the night. That means that particular movie name ends with the night in the sense, definitely it's going to be like the filter like this. I hope you guys are understood about this. I hope you guys are clear very well about this. And you can see this one, all the letter ends with like that night, 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 and night, 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 like that. Hope you guys are understood about this. This is actually like in the text basis. And I'm going to like move the other option, that is greater than. So what is the meaning of the greater than here? So for example, if I select the greater than in the sense, okay, if I select greater than, for example, C greater than, or D greater than, okay, right. After D, so it starts with D, and before D it is not going to be displayed. Why? Because of it is greater than D. So till the end it is going to be like that display from D to like that Z. I hope you guys are understood about this. That is greater than. Then what about less than? What about less than? So I'm going to like that select the less than as well. So guys, please listen it carefully, because of I'm going to cover the multiple topics here. So for that, now less than. So I'm going to like that select less than means for example, if I T or E, the same E. So if I select E in the sense, before less than it is going to be select. That means till like that E, it is going to be like the display. Till D. That means you can see this one. Before like that E, it is going to be display. That means A, B, C, D. Okay. Then what about greater than? If I select like that D in the sense, it starts from D to till Z. I hope. Okay. Right. So hope you guys are understood about the less than and also the greater than. And this is the way to like that filtering your words. And again, I'm going to like select, for example, filtering, clear filter, and between option is there. That means between option in the sense what we have like that between this, ends with, does not, contains, does not, in between, and between. So there are several options there. Here also you can like that select this one, the between in the sense A, and starts from A to B. So that means A to B in between. That means it is going to be like that displays only the A here, not B, only A. If I select C in the sense, it is going to be like this, displays the now you can see this one, A and B character, start with A and B character is going to be displayed. Okay, right. Okay, hope you guys are understood about this. Till B is going to be displayed. And one person, Madhav Katam, just a minute. What is your query? Less than. Okay, so I'm going to like that clear with that and go this label filter and less than. For example, I'm selecting here like that A, B, C, D. Okay, so D means till C only it is going to be displayed. From A to C is going to be displayed. That means if I selected less than D in the sense, A, B, C is going to be displayed. If I selected E in the sense, A, B, C, D, it is going to be displayed. I hope you guys are understood about this. And Madhav, I hope you can understand about this well. Okay, right. So this is all about this particular label filter. And if you want to like the filter with the text in the sense, for an example, clear filter. And if we want to like the filter with the text in the sense, for example, star. If I going to like that selecting this particular star, and you can see this one, it is going to like start with the stars. It is automatically going to be selecting here. So this is the way like that selecting and the filtering like that. Now I am going to like that selecting the label. This value. The value filter is actually like that based on the numbers. Okay, for example, greater than. So I'm going to like it greater than in the sense 10 million. So that means 10 million is the sense 10 lakh something. 1, 2, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I'm going to like another selecting this particular like another greater than, so 10 million greater than value is going to be displayed. Okay. Then what about like that less than? If I selected like that for example, if I select 10 million less than in the sense below 10 million, above 10 million. So greater than 10 million is going to be displayed. That is actually like another above 10 million it is going to be displayed. If I selected less than, for example, the same thing I'm going to like another selecting here. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to like another select this one below 10 million. Okay, below 10 million. Right? Yeah. So this is all about these particular things. Okay, right. So yeah, this is all about this one. Then again, I'm going to like another to clear all this. Okay, clear all this, and now I will move to this a label filter and sorry, a value filter and between. Okay, between in the sense, for an example, the gross revenue between 10 million to 100 million. So that means 10 million in the sense, yeah, this is a 10 million and also the 100 million, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So once I'm going to like select between this particular range, it is going to be selected and it is going to be filtered. Okay, it is going to be filtered. Okay, right. So if you need Shiva Krishna Reddy, I want to filter less than 100 million. I want to filter less than 3 lakh. I want to filter less than 10 lakh. In the sense, you can filter like that and you can specify the value there. And what about like the greater than? I want to filter above like that 1 lakh. In the sense, you have to specify that 1 lakh. It is going to be like that filter. So that is the difference, Shiva Krishna. Right? You just like that understand carefully. Then only you can understand. This is a very simplest concept actually. Okay, right. So this is all about this label filter as well. So now I'm going to look at the move next, grouping data. So what is that exactly in the sense grouping data? So these particular grouping data is actually like that much more interesting to making the grouping in a very easiest way. That I'm going to like discussing with you. We have one particular like the grouping option. Once I'm going to like select the right click and select this particular right click and group, in the sense automatically it is going to be making the grouping as well. So I'm going to like that, yeah. So I'm going to like that filter first of all. For example, start with yeah, star movies. So this is means if the movie's names like that comes with a star. Okay, if the movie names is comes with a star like that, in the sense it is going to like displays once again. One more time, I'm going to look at the displays is here. Star. It is going to be filtered. Now you can see this one. This is actually like the star track. So once I'm going to look at the selecting this particular star track and right click, and you can see this particular option. This is a way to making the group one. So this is the way to making the group one, and you can change this particular name as well, a star track. Okay, so this is the way like making this one, and yeah, this is the way you can making the grouping as well. And for an example, if you want to like add any other movie, for an example, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 like that version is there. For example, like the Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars is actually like the episode 10 episodes will be there. If the movie is find in the sense, that time you can select and right click. One more time, I will like show the demo for this one. Just a minute. Say Z and clear all this filter. Yes, now you can go with okay star. Okay, right, star, and select this one. Now you can see this one. We have like several options. First group is actually star track. So I'm going to like select this particular Star Trek episode. We have like that nearly 10. And what about like Star Wars? It having like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 episodes we have. Okay, 6 episodes we have. That you want to like making the filter in the sense making the grouping in the sense just select and right click and making the grouping, in the sense automatically it is going to be making the grouping like this. And I want to that making the grouping for the star drag, in the sense just to select the star drag, and you can see this one. I'm going to selecting right now the star drag and right click and making the grouping. Now you can see this one, group 1 and also the group 2 like this. So you can change the name for this star var, and you can change the name for the group here, the 2. You can see this one for this particular group. You can change the name here. What is that? Star drag. So now the concept is clear for the grouping. I hope the concept is clear for this particular grouping. Now you can see this one. If I unselect this one, in the sense this is completely see like this. If I unselect this one, in the sense it's completely see like this. I want to see this particular that movie's name, and I want to see this particular movie's name like this. In the sense it can be that under the title of the star drag and under the title of the star watch, it is going to be displays the movie's name here. Hope you guys have understood about this. So this is a way to that grouping, and also making ungrouping like this, and this is going to be making the ungrouping of that. So it is going to be likely done. So you can see this one. Yes, okay, done. So I made it that ungrouping here. So that's done with that, and I also clear the filter like that. So this is all about the grouping as well. Then next, slicer. So what is the meaning of the slicer? So slicer, in the sense we need a country, and also we need the title of the movie and also the genre of the movie. So for this I'm going to select this one. For example, title is don't need here. So I'm going to select the country and also the genre. Okay, fine. So you can see this particular genre and also the country like that. So you can select this one and movies genre here, and also the USA genre here, and Germany genre here. But we need a title also, right now. So for this I'm going to select the title, okay, genre and also the title, and you can see this particular title as well. And this is a way that creating this particular slicer as well. So before that I need to do one thing for this particular the data option. So for this particular data option, we can create this particular timeline, and these all other things will be needed. So for this, I'm going to select this particular country and genre and also the title. I'm going to remove this one, and release date, I want to see this one. Just a minute, genre and also the country. So I'm going to select this particular release date, and you can see this particular that release date and the day wise and also the release date wise for this. So once I'm going to selecting this particular option, it is much more interesting based on the genre and also the title. Yes, you can see this one. This is actually that filter. So clear all the filters, and here also clear all the filters right now, and you can see this one. So I want to that displays these date wise. Okay, date wise. This is how to do that. So for this, I'm going to that select this that particular option, a pivot option, and you can see this one. Yeah. Filter, allow multiple filters field and displays, and also the date, refresh the date, and also the automatic number. Okay, so this is a way that you can also use the days wise, but here I'm going to show the demo for the slicer for this option. So for an example, I don't need year, I don't need quarter, I don't need month, I don't need the days. Okay, I don't need days as well, and I don't need that releasing date, and only genre and also the title is most important. And yes, okay, fine. So title and also the genre, and based on the country, that is the most important thing. So for this particular country, I'm removing all this quarter, month, days. So here the country and also the label is actually a filter, and this is actually like the title of the the genre. So genre and also the title. So now I want to that selecting this particular insert the slicer. So based on this particular slicer means I'm going to that selecting the slicer is actually country or genre. Genre is much more better. So that means I'm going to that move this particular genre here and also the country here. So for this, now you can see this, yeah. So this is country and also the movie name. Now I'm going to that using the slicer. So insert slicer option is there. I hope you guys are watching this particular session, guys. Please reply me in chat box as Philip. If you guys are watching this particular session, please mention in the chat box as Philip. Now I'm going to that insert the slicer. How we can move that? Pivot table tool and insert the slicer, and I have to select the country here and select the country and okay. So now you can see this and move this. Just a minute. Yeah. So now you can see this one. Okay. Right. So you can see this one. I select and UK and Germany and all this, Japan. And also the Spain, Hong Kong. So all the countries is going to be the display. Now you can see this one. I selected this particular that country. For this particular country and select all, I'm going to that select Iceland, India, Iran, and also the Iceland, Italy, Japan, and unselect all Thailand, Devon, Sweden, Spain, Korea, and you can see this one. Okay. So this is actually much more option is here, but I don't need this particular option, and Control Z. These are the options is not needed much more. So for that, I'm going to use the genre that is much more better to display the output. So for that, I'm going to that remove this country, and I'm going to that use this pivot table tool and set the slicer, select the genre. That is much more better to the slicing like that. So if I'm going to select the animation, it is going to be the filter like this. If I'm going to the biography based on the country, the title is going to be the display. And comedy, it is going to be the displays like this. Musical, it is going to be the filter like this. I hope you guys are watching this particular session is an interesting way. And mystery, if I've selected this one, and this is the cross revenue of the mystery from ASA, cross revenue from the mystery the Germany, cross revenue of the mystery from Spain here. I hope you guys are understood about this genre and also the slicer option. So once I'm going to selecting this, and another option, timeline option is there. So here I'm going to selecting this. So once I'm going to selecting based on the year, it is going to be the display, and month wise it is going to be the display. Once I'm going to select this one, it is going to be filtered the way and like this. Okay, and I'm going to selecting this one and selecting this one. It is going to be combined with the help of the release date and also the genre here. So this is all about these particular genre, insert the slicer, and these all other things. So, and what about the report filter that I'm going to discussing with you. So for this things, I'm going to open, yeah, Control Z, yeah, that's okay. So now you can see this. I'm going to selecting this particular report. Okay, for this particular report, how to do that in the sense, move to the pivot table and options, move to the options and show the report filter page. So for this particular filter, making based on the genre is much more better. So for this the genre, it is going to be making this particular report. For an example, adventure, animation, biography, comedy, crime, documentary, drama, family, fantasy, and horror. So based on these particular genres, it is going to be filter the reports. You can see this one. action for country and also the title, adventure, country and also the title, gross revenue, animation, country basis and also the title and gross revenue, biography, country basis, title basis, gross revenue, comedy, country basis, title basis, gross revenue, crime, like that. So each and every that genre basis report is going to be displayed and it's going to be filtered. Okay, right. Yes. So slicer also related to the filter. Okay, I want to show the one particular country or I want to show the one particular genre. In this, this is a way to to filter and show this one for presentable way. Surya, I hope you can understand about this. So this is all about this particular today's session, that is module 3. I hope you guys are understood very well, and this is a very interesting way to listening this one. I hope you guys are really enjoying this particular session. This is all about today. So without delay, I'm going to entering my time. So every day I given a one particular motivational quote to you and for me as well. Okay, right. So today also I have selected one particular motivational quote to you. We are living in this particular society. We are living in this particular world for the one purpose or our purpose. So your purpose in life is to find your purpose first. That is the most important thing. So without purpose, living in this society, in the sense, living in this particular world, in the sense, this is, little bit the complex way. So for that, your purpose in life is to find your purpose first and give your whole heart and soul into you, then only definitely it will be work out. So for this, I'm going to choosing this particular quote. So this is also said by Gautama Buddha. So your purpose in life is to find your purpose first and give your whole heart for that particular purpose and soul to it. That is the most important thing. Definitely it will be work out for your purpose. Okay, so thank you all, and keep it in your mind. Find your purpose of your life and give work on that particular purpose and also the soul to you. Definitely it will be work out. Yeah, it is a little bit same. For an example, Surya, slicer is most helpful to display the presentable way. And filter will help to filtering these sections. That's it. A little bit similar only. Okay, right. So good night all. Have a delicious dinner. Bye bye. We'll see you tomorrow with a different topic for the Excel pivot table. And thank you all. Keep it in your mind. Find your purpose and wholeheartedly work with that and soul to it. That is the most important thing. Bye bye. Have a good night. Have a delicious dinner. Bye bye.